No invite for Christmas, and seemingly somebody is, well, shall we say, looking very down and out, and it's all thanks to this. We're talking, of course, about the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. But as many people pointed out, as ever, he simply won't take instruction, and that's the reason why even his wife apparently, well, can't console him. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. And as ever, thank you for taking the time out to join the channel, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. I have taken notice, you'll notice, yes. I know that you enjoy some of the longer videos, so continually I will work on a few more of those if you would like. As I said in the longer videos, it's fascinating because as you now meet people that have now left the employment of certain individuals, and of course the royal household, they do give you a bigger insight into what truly went on. And the reason, of course, as many people realise why I started the channel, was that, you know, we get the truth. I mean, the bottom line is what you're finding out is what the other person saw. Now, we've seen, of course, say in the case of Harry and Meghan, their version of events, but there's always another side. And those people that were working alongside them certainly did have a very tough time. Of course, as I said, you know, it's one person's version of that particular event. Their version clearly is something totally different. Meghan's version is she didn't have a good time at all. Was there anything she liked about being in the royal family? We'll uncover it, absolutely. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. Now, this story, as I said, is quite sad in many respects because according to a source, Prince Harry is absolutely left battered and bruised. And this is not necessarily for the forthcoming court case that is now looming over here in the United Kingdom, of which he could have a 4-day grilling. You know, rather him than me, let me tell you. It's going to be tough because, of course, he's going to have to be able to prove with dates and detail exactly where these situations happened and concurred, all that sort of stuff. And as I pointed out to you before, he didn't do particularly well last time he was here in the Royal Courts of Justice. Moving forward, though, this is where it gets even more difficult now for Harry, seemingly because this particular show, that's right, Polo, executive produced by Harry and Meghan, made its debut a couple of weeks back now. And as I told you at the time, they didn't have anything in their contract that stated they had to promote this. Now, I found this odd. You know, it really is an odd thing that, and as ever, we have to say allegedly here, that they didn't have that in the contract. Why? But apparently, the people who signed them originally thought, well, they're Harry and Meghan. They'll just generate publicity. They were right about that, but not necessarily the right publicity, right? Now, here's where it gets even more confusing, seemingly because, as we now know with Harry and Meghan, that didn't do particularly well. And apparently, Prince Harry is very, very, well, to put it mildly, down, desolate, down and lost. You see, he believes, as ever, and this is the problem that you can see reoccurring all the time, that he did everything that was requested of him. You know, that he made the programme in the way that he was advised, the production team, everybody around them, that sort of stuff. And he can't understand why it hasn't resonated with what they consider to be their bigger fan base. But it's very obvious what resonates with their fan base. What resonated was them attacking his family, not hers, his. That was the selling point. That's the reason why Netflix signed them. Once they got that, they quickly tossed out Pearl, didn't they, by Meghan. They didn't want that. And Harry now is coming to the realization that either he needs money if he doesn't win these cases moving forward, whatever people think, he's not as rich as people like to make out. And the other side of the coin is this, that if Harry continues to have, or indeed Meghan, an association with Netflix, then they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. And by that, I mean the drawing board of what can they dredge up next time around, basically to attack his family. It's now very clear that this is what the Netflix audience want from them. That's the message that's going to be, well, put back to them if they come back with any more, how about series 2 of Polo? You get the picture. Meanwhile, what we have is a former prince, that's right, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, left scratching his head, wondering exactly where did it all go wrong? And more importantly, where was his fan base when he needed them the most? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.